Hello guys, welcome to yet another wonderful session of learning with Prep Class. My name is Tutor Olalekan Israel, your Prep Class English tutor, and I am super excited to have you join me in today's session of learning. Now in today's session, we will be answering questions from the WAEC English 2017 past question. Remember, the purpose of this session is to help you prepare for your forthcoming WAEC examination. So, without wasting much time, let's get down to the business of the day. Before we begin, kindly take a moment to subscribe to this channel, turn on the post notification so you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. Alright, let's begin. So for question 1, we have an instruction, and the instruction reads, in each of the following sentences, there is one underlined word and one gap. In each of the following sentences, there is one underlined word and one gap. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the word that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and that will, at the same time, correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Now, this is what we are supposed to do. We have to choose the word that is the option that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and that will, at the same time, correctly fill the gap in the sentence. So let's read. Question 1. Michael is stingy, but his brother is dash. Michael is stingy, but his brother is dash. The underlined word here is stingy. Now the options we have are A. Generous, B. Kind, C. Humane, D. Hospitable. So, which of these options is the most nearly opposite in meaning to stingy and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence? Now, the word stingy is used to refer to someone who is unwilling to part with their goods or money. The word stingy is used to refer to someone who is unwilling to part with their goods or money. Someone who is reluctant to spend, give or share things. Someone that is not generous. Now the first option, generous. Generous refers to the readiness to give more of something. It refers to the readiness to give more of something, especially money, than is strictly necessary or expected. Now, second option, kind. Kind means to be sympathetic, to have a helpful nature, to be kind-hearted. The third option, humane. Humane means to have sympathy, compassion, and consideration for people and animals. The fourth option, hospitable. Hospitable means to be friendly and welcoming to visitors and guests. Now, the answer to this question is option A, generous. Remember, the word stingy is used to refer to someone who is unwilling to part with their goods or money. Someone who is unwilling to part with their goods or money. Someone who is reluctant to spend, reluctant to give, or reluctant to share things. Someone that is not generous. So, the opposite in meaning to stingy is generous. If you're not stingy, you are generous, because being generous refers to the readiness to give. It refers to the readiness to give more of something, especially money, than is strictly necessary or expected. So, the answer to this question is option A. Michael is stingy, but his brother is generous. Michael finds it hard to give, to share things, but his brother is generous, always willing to give, always willing to share things with people. Alright, moving on to the next question, question 2. Remember, we had to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Question 2 reads, success is the reward of dash, not indolence. Success is the reward of dash, not indolence. The underlined word here is indolence. So we had to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to indolence and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Option A, prudence. Option B, attentiveness. Option C, diligence. Option D, sharpness. So, which of these options is the opposite in meaning to indolence? Now, the word indolence means laziness. Someone who is indolent is lazy, avoidance of activity, not wanting to be involved in any activity, laziness, avoidance of activity. Success is the reward of dash, not indolence, not laziness, not avoidance of activity. So, what is success the reward of? Now, option A, prudence. Prudence refers to a behavior that is careful and avoids risk. A behavior that is careful and avoids risk. The state of being careful in the way you make decisions or spend money so that you avoid unnecessary risk. Option B, attentiveness. Attentiveness refers to the action of paying attention to something. Option C, diligence. Diligence refers to a careful and persistent work or effort. Diligence refers to a careful and persistent work or effort. It refers to persistence and perseverance. Option D, sharpness. Sharpness refers to the quality of being sharp and clear. Now, the answer to this question is option C, diligence. The opposite in meaning to indolence is diligence. Indolence means laziness, avoidance of activity, not wanting to be involved in any activity. But diligence refers to a careful and persistent work, always persistently working. So diligence refers to a careful and persistent work or effort. It refers to persistence and perseverance. So the opposite in meaning to indolence is diligence. Success is the reward of diligence, not indolence. If you are diligent in whatever you are doing, you will be successful. But if you are indolent, you are prone to fail. So success is the reward of diligence. Persistently working, persistent effort, not indolence, not laziness, not avoidance of activity. Alright, moving on to the next question, question 3. Remember, we had select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Question 3 reads, I don't know how Yusuf became so proud. His parents have always been dash. I don't know how Yusuf became so proud. His parents have always been dash. A, gentle. B, noble. C, humble. D, simple. Now the underlined word here is proud. So which of these options is the opposite in meaning to proud and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence? Now, to be proud means having or showing a high or excessively high opinion of oneself or one's importance. Having or showing a high or excessively high opinion of oneself or one's importance. It means to be arrogant. You see yourself bigger than you even are. Self-importance, to be arrogant. Now option A, gentle means having or showing a mild, kind or tender temperament or character. You don't get angry easily. You have a mild, kind and tender temperament or character. Option B, noble. Noble means having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles. You're very moral. Option C, humble. Humble means having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance. Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance. Option D, simple. Simple means easily understood or done, presenting no difficulty. Now, the opposite in meaning to proud is humble. Remember, to be proud means having or showing a high or excessively high opinion of oneself or one's importance. To be arrogant. While humble means having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's importance. You are not proud. If you're not proud, you are modest. You are not carrying yourself high above others. You are very modest. You are humble. So the opposite in meaning to proud is humble. Option C. I don't know how Yusuf became so proud. His parents have always been humble. Moving on to the next question, question 4. Remember, we had select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Question 4 reads, the once unknown musician became dash in a very short time. The once unknown musician became dash in a very short time. The underlined word here is unknown. So, which of these options is the opposite in meaning to unknown and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence? Option A, popular. Option B, accepted. Option C, respected. Option D, admirable. So, which of these options is the opposite in meaning to unknown and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence? Now, unknown means to be not known or familiar, not popular. Unknown means to be what? Not known or familiar, not popular. Option A is the answer, popular. Popular means to be well known and famous. So if you're not unknown, that means you are popular. You are well known and famous. So the once unknown musician became popular it became well known and famous in a very short time. It is not accepted. Accepted means to be generally believed or recognized to be valid. It also means to take on. It also means what? To agree. Agreed. It is not respected. Respected means to be appreciated for one's work, to be admired and cherished. It is not admirable. Admirable means to be commendable, to be deserving of respect and approval. Now, one thing you should know is that when you are popular, you become accepted by many. You become respected. You become admirable by many. But when you are unknown, it means that what? You are not known. You are not popular. You are not familiar. The opposite in meaning to unknown is popular. It means what? To be well known and famous. So the answer is option A. The once unknown musician became popular. It became well known. It became famous in a very short time. Alright. Moving on to the next question, question 5. Remember, we had selected the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Question 5 reads, Isa is very much interested in education while his sister is dash. Isa is very much interested in education while his sister is dash. The underlined word here is interested. So which of the options here is the opposite in meaning to interested and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Option A, dull. Option B, indifferent. Option C, uncertain. Option D, serious. Now, Isa is very much interested in education while his sister is dash. This means that Isa has interest in education. Isa has serious concerns about being educated. He wants to be educated and is willing to give his attention to it. So, option A, dull. Dull means to be unintelligent, slow to understand. Option B, indifferent. Indifferent means to lack interest. To lack interest or concern, to be dispassionate. Option C, uncertainty. This refers to a state of doubt, unpredictability. You can't predict. Option D, unserious. This means what? A lack of seriousness. Now, the opposite in meaning to interested is option B, indifferent. Interested means what? You have interest. You have serious concerns about a particular thing. But when you are indifferent, it means what? A lack of interest or concern, to be dispassionate. Isa is very much interested in education while his sister is indifferent. She lacks interest in education. She's not concerned about being educated. She's dispassionate about being educated. So the answer is option B. Isa is very much interested in education while his sister is indifferent. Alright, and with that we've come to the end of this wonderful session. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button. Do not forget to drop your questions in the comment section. Also share this content with your friends and loved ones. You can as well connect with us on WhatsApp. Check for the link to our WhatsApp group in the description of this video. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.